Have you ever wondered what amazing things might happen if you stepped outside your comfort zone? It's a simple question, but it holds a world of possibilities. Most of us live our lives in routines, familiar, predictable, and safe. We wake up, follow the same schedule, hang out with the same people, and make choices based on what feels easy and risk-free. And while that might sound like a peaceful life, here's the truth. Comfort is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. Asterisk comfort zones are those cozy, familiar spaces we all love to hang out in. They're where we feel safe, relaxed, and in control. It's where we know what to expect, where we don't feel fear, where mistakes are unlikely, and that's exactly why they're so tempting. They give us a sense of control, and for a while, that feels amazing. But if we stay there too long, that comfort begins to morph into something else entirely. Stagnation. Imagine your comfort zone as a small garden with a tall wall around it. You've planted what you know, and it blooms in the same way season after season. But beyond that wall, there's a wild forest of experiences, people, emotions, lessons, all waiting to be explored. It's scary. It's unpredictable. But it's also where real transformation happens. When we spend our lives confined to that small garden, we miss out on everything that could be, everything that might be. If we just took one brave step outside, asterisk, let's get real for a moment. When we cling too tightly to our comfort zones, something inside us begins to shift. Slowly, subtly, we start to feel a sense of dissatisfaction. We might feel unfulfilled, restless, bored, or even stuck, like something's missing, even if we can't quite put our finger on it. You might notice that you're no longer excited about your day-to-day life. Maybe your work feels meaningless, or your relationships feel stale. Maybe you've stopped dreaming altogether, and the fire you once had inside you is dimmed. These feelings are signs, warning lights, that you've been in your comfort zone for too long. But here's the good news. You can change that. Real stories, real people, real change. Let's talk about Emma. Emma had a stable 9-to-5 job, a steady paycheck, and a secure life. From the outside, she had it all figured out. But inside, she was drowning. Every day, she sat at her desk, staring at the same screen, doing the same tasks. Her true passion was photography. She loved capturing moments, telling stories through images, and traveling to new places. But she never pursued it because, well, what if she failed? For years, Emma told herself she wasn't good enough, that it was too late, that the market was too competitive. And so she stayed put safe, comfortable, and miserable. And then there's Jack. Jack always dreamed of traveling. He wanted to explore different cultures, learn new languages, and see the world, but fear held him back. What if he ran out of money? What if something went wrong? What if he didn't feel safe in a foreign country? So he never booked that flight. Instead, he followed the same routine for years. Homework, repeat. And Sarah? She stayed in a toxic relationship for years because it was familiar. Even though the relationship was draining her emotionally, it felt safer than the unknown. The idea of starting over, of being alone, was scarier than staying where she was, even though it was hurting her. These are not isolated stories. They are real, and they're common. But here's what's inspiring. All three of them eventually made a choice. A small one at first, but a powerful one. The turning point for Emma, it was a moment of clarity. She was scrolling through old photos on her phone and realized how alive she felt when she was behind the camera. That night, she signed up for a weekend photography course. That single action sparked a transformation. Over the next year, she built a portfolio, started taking clients on the side, and eventually left her job. Today, Emma travels the world. As a professional photographer, doing what she loves every single day, Jack's turning point came after a conversation with a friend who had left his corporate job to travel the world. That friend told him, "I'd rather have stories to tell than regrets to live with." That sentence struck a nerve. Jack decided to take a baby step, a weekend solo trip to a nearby city. It was scary, but thrilling. That one experience lit a fire in him. Now, he travels several times a year, and his perspective on life has completely changed. Sarah, after years of emotional exhaustion, decided to speak with a therapist. Through their sessions, she started to rebuild her self-worth. She eventually left the relationship and moved into her own apartment, a space that, for the first time in years, felt like her own. She started writing again, meeting new people, and rediscovering who she was outside that relationship. Growth happens in discomfort here. As the secret nobody tells you, growth feels uncomfortable. It's supposed to. When you're learning a new skill, trying something new, or putting yourself out there, your brain sends out alarm bells. This isn't safe. But that discomfort is where the magic happens. That's where resilience is built. That's where self-confidence is developed. That's where you learn who you really are, not who you've been told to be. When you step outside your comfort zone, you begin to rewrite your story. You stop living on autopilot and start living with intention. You don't have to make a giant leap. You don't have to quit your job tomorrow, book a one-way ticket, or completely overhaul your life overnight. Stepping outside your comfort zone can start with something small, starting a conversation with someone new, signing up for a class you've always been curious about, taking the scenic route home instead of the usual one, speaking up in a meeting, sharing your thoughts on social media, saying yes to something that scares you, just a little. Every step counts, and with every step, that comfort zone expands. You become more capable, more courageous, more alive. So what's holding you back? Is it fear of failure? Fear of judgment? Fear of the unknown? Whatever it is, name it. Acknowledge it, and then choose to move forward anyway. Because the truth is, you're capable of so much more than you think. The first step is the hardest. But once you take it, you'll look back and wonder why you waited so long. Your journey starts now. Take a moment. Reflect on your life. What are the things you've always wanted to do but haven't? What dreams have you buried under layers of routine and self-doubt? What would happen if you gave yourself permission to try? If this message resonated with you, I encourage you to share your story in the comments. Let's build a community of courage where we support each other in breaking free from the limitations we've placed on ourselves. And if you're ready to learn how to face your fears and take real action, be sure to check out our next video. We'll dive deep into practical strategies to help you build confidence and embrace discomfort. Your comfort zone may feel safe, but your future is waiting for you on the other side. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode in your self-growth journey. Thanks for watching, and remember, greatness begins when comfort ends.